The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington football team. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he's only going to make it to the... Yard line and no further. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press?
They're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing after the interception, Lawrence. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Lawrence. And that's incomplete. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. I got one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Escaping the pressure right. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. play action. They'll throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A handoff for Gibson, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. And Hopkins' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence rolling to his left. Caught out left side by Robinson. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. Touchdown! James Robinson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
44 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll set up to throw. He'll find Gibson here complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Lawrence will throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Lawrence there, complete to Robinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action now. Lawrence. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And Shark calls it in. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with a Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Show it up. Show it up.
Once more, Gibson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's Tressway now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the run, it's Robinson. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 6. They run the counter. It's Robinson. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to go to football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Back to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 24, Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. This time he'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
That's caught by Hollister. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down. It's Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
They go play action with Lawrence.
eluding the pressure right.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
My game, my game.
Going quickly here to Thomas. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington has taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Washington on third down.
It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Hopkins' kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another big play here as they strike for 31. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they